This is our 10th and final test for series, and it's called the root test. And it's pretty simple, and its rule is similar to the ratio test if you are familiar with that or you watch that video. So for a series, we find the limit as n approaches infinity of the nth root of our sequence. And we look at that limit, and if that limit is less than 1, the series converges. If it's greater than 1, the series diverges. And if it's equal to 1, then the root test is inconclusive. So I'm just going to do two examples because this one's pretty straightforward and I think you'll find it's pretty simple. So the way you know you need to use the root test is if everything is being raised to the n. So here we have e to the 2n and n to the n. So the root test, we do the limit as n approaches infinity of the nth root of our sequence. And that nth root cancels out the n's, leaving us just e squared over n. And I'm sorry, I need to make sure I'm doing absolute value here. It's not really going to make a difference in this one, but it's good practice. Now e squared is just a number. That's 2.71 squared, so I'm not sure what that is, but it is just a number. While n is going to infinity, so it's getting huge on the bottom, so our limit's just simply going to be 0. Now according to the root test, if your limit is less than 1, which this is, your series converges. So the root test is a lot quicker and simpler than the ratio test as far as actually doing the limit, because you do the nth root, which will just cancel out the n's for you, take the limit. If you're less than 1, converge, greater than 1, diverge, equal to 1, inconclusive. Okay, last example. We're going to do the limit as n approaches infinity of the nth root of 2n over 3n plus 1 raised to the n. Again, the way to recognize that this is a good one to use for the root test with is by the fact that we are raising everything to the power of n. So the nth root cancels out the n power, leaving us just 2n over 3n plus 1. The limit of that would be 2/3. And since that is less than 1, this one would also converge. So that's all there is to the root test. Just remember the rule: less than 1 converge, greater than 1 diverge, equal to 1 would be inconclusive.